So today we're talking about Padlet, and it works like an online sheet of paper where educators, you can put any kind of images, videos, documents anywhere on the page, and you can have kids participate as well. I usually just link it in Google Classroom. I've also made an accompanying handout. It's done in Google Slides, but I reformatted it, so if you print them off, it'll print on a regular sheet of paper. But Padlet's really useful. You can do posters, discussions. I think somebody's going to use it to do fake tweets from different historical figures. You can make it look like a Pinterest type board, event planning, web quests. I think it'd be really good to do a literacy KWL chart. That could be helpful. Book reviews, all kinds of stuff. That's also in the handout. What you want to do first is you want to go to Google and you want to go to the Chrome store. And I can spell Chrome. And you're going to go to the apps. It's really easy. And you're going to search Padlet. And there it is. And you just hit, you want the regular app, not the extension. But you just hit, it'll look like this, add to Chrome. You add it, you're there. Then when you go to, like in the corner here in your apps, Padlet will show up. And when you click on it, it looks like this. Here's your dashboard. You sign in using Google. You might hit that first too. You'll do that. But if I want to create a new Padlet, I have to go to the new here in the upper right hand corner. And you have options here. How you want it to look. Do you want it to look like a stream or a grid or a wall where they can move it around? The shelf, that might work good for KWL, that kind of thing. Or you can pick templates. All right. We're just going to pick a wall here. Select that. We'll start, and then I have some options here, okay? So it'll automatically open up to modify. I don't want to call it my sweet wall, but I'll call it test number 2. You can do a description. You can pick wallpaper here. You have a theme. I'm going to talk about attribution and stuff later. But here's the more. You got even more, okay? So depending, maybe you want to do the map. Depending what you've got going on. So there's my wallpaper. I can go back and then it goes next. Here in the modify is also, you can do attribution if you want their name to appear above a post. They'll also have to sign in when they get there, and it's easy, but I can show you the difference in what that looks like. Then you can go to next. And under this, you really need to know, like, do you want it to be public? Anybody can look and do anything. I sometimes go secret because then it's unlisted, but if I give my kids a link in Google Classroom, they can post. There's other things you can do if you rewrite and stuff. I like to do it that they can write, but you can, if they can moderate, maybe you just want them to look at one that you created. They can just read it, that kind of thing. So that's right there. And that's under people and privacy. And then you get to start posting. So the little plus sign down here lets you do it all. So the kids will do it the same way as well. You hit the plus. See, I'm signed in, so it has my name there. Write the title, and if you notice here, they could add an audio message. Maybe they could add a video. They can add an attachment, a picture, or they can just write whatever you want them to do. Some other things to keep in mind that up here under the share, where you go, that first one we saw was people and privacy. If you go under share, export, and embed, you have a lot of options here. If you wanted to email it to somebody, post it. But you can save it as an image, as a PDF. Maybe you want to keep it for that, or both of those work, or if you want to print them off if you like what you created. Another thing to remember is here under the little 3 dots in a row there, you have some other options. You can share, embed, export, all that, but you can modify it, you can change the format, you can delete it. All those kinds of things are listed there as well. I'm going to show you an example of one. I did my APS class, was just brainstorming. Some of them didn't end up with this, but I wanted them to do their informative topics, and they had to post a couple ideas of what you've seen. If you see here, the difference when attributed, Anna and I think, was it Ray? Yeah. they got their name to show up, and we all asked, well, how'd you do that? And they're just like, there's a sign in button. They'll see it. But as you can see, you can move these around. You can do whatever you want with them. They could do pictures. They could put links. I think you could do like a travel thing where you could have links all over, that kind of thing. But you have tons of options. And really, that's all this is about, and that's Padlet.